Camera rolling. Alright. What's up, guys? We're back in the shop. All of you guys hopefully have seen part 1 by now of how to prep a trophy truck. So I think I enjoyed making the video. You know, I'd like to inform you guys of what's going on with our team and new stuff that's going along with the program. So I'm going to keep this series going until we finish out this prep. Another thing, if you guys have any comments, questions, comment down below. You know, we prep this stuff all the time, so some of the stuff I don't even talk about, and you guys might be wondering, what do you do in this situation? Well, we might know the answers. So for now on, if you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below. Feel free to DM us on Instagram, anything like that too, if you want. Other than that, though, the truck's going together pretty well. We got the bottom trailing arms mounted on since last time you guys have seen the truck. Our GPS, I think, has just gotten in. My co-rider is probably going to come down soon and help me install all of that. We got the front rotors on. Got a bunch of other little projects done, like we had to rebuild the brake cylinders right here. Basically, last time at KOH, we actually had a really freak accident. We did the prologue, brakes worked perfectly fine, and this happened one time about a year ago, and race day came along, and I don't know if it was just cold out, maybe the fluid was too cold, we don't even know, but basically one of the seals in there got a little messed up, and it just like, not that it was losing fluid, but it was like losing pressure, I guess. So we rebuilt those, got those installed on the truck, so hopefully that fixes the problem. It did last time, so I'm sure it will again. Other than that, though, I'm going to do a couple things on the truck. I'm going to be pulling out the, I know it's a little bit of a mess in there just because we're waiting for some parts, but I'm going to be pulling out the sat phone, and I'm going to pulling out the lead nav puck. Basically, we bought the new Garmin setup, which I don't know if you guys have seen on the PCI Instagram, but they've been blowing it up. They actually just had a class for it a couple days ago, I think, at the SDHQ warehouse. Thankfully, Matthew Phillips went over there and got some lessons on how to use the new program. We're super excited about it. Can't wait to see what it'll do for the races in the future. So we're super excited about that. But another thing that goes with that, it actually has a satellite system in it where we can actually like set pre-text, like, you know, truck running great, and so then he can just push a little text button. It sends a message to the crew Garmin, and basically make that a lot easier. So we've had a lot of problems with like radios working out in the middle of nowhere. We've had a lot of problems with like MSATs working out in the middle of nowhere, and so we're gonna see how this works out. So we're not gonna get rid of everything. We're just gonna take it out there, because you start adding new stuff in there, the cab's just gonna get all clustered more than it is. So yep, really with the Truggy, it's kind of just been on a standstill, so there's really no updates on this one. Just kind of, we got the short block in. Basically, it's at a place in San Diego getting it all built up, and just like I've said in all the other videos, we're gonna get it back and go test it and find something else wrong with it. So hopefully that fixes the problem, and yeah, so I'm gonna get working on the truck, and see you guys another day. Alright, another day back in the shop. Got quite a bit of stuff done, actually. So we got all the suspension basically bolted up. Everything was all in there and just mocked up, but we tightened everything down. We got the steering done, or almost finished that. We got one more little thing to go, and then we just did the brakes. So with the brakes, we actually used the AGM brake bleeder kit. I'll show you guys over here. Looks something like this, and basically what it does is it pressurizes the brake system. So it pushes, so like let's say what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to start with the farthest away from the brake cylinder. So you do like for us it's the back right, then the back left, front right, front left, and it's all individual. And basically it pressurizes the system, so it blows all the oil through, and it gets out all those air bubbles that cause you a problem out in the racetrack. So a lot of times if you do the manual way, it takes forever. One, it's messy too, and then sometimes you just don't get everything out of there. So it's cool to just be able to flush out the whole system and make sure it's perfect. So we just did that. The brake pedal's super hard and ready to go. So we had a little brake problem at the King of Hammers race, and we rebuilt some stuff in the brakes, and we think we fixed it. So we're super excited about that and hope that it works when we go out to the desert. So other than that, though, basically right now we're just gonna be tightening bolts. We use cross-check, so I'll show you guys what that looks like in here in a little bit. And yeah, so still waiting for the motor, haven't got that back yet. It's only been like 2 weeks, so got a little bit more to go. And besides all the new changes in the racing industry right now, with all these series cluttering up the races at the same time, we think we're still going to stick with the legacy race. We're super pumped about that. We think it's going to be pretty fun being able to do 2 days of long racing. Most of the time you get on 2-day races, they're little short sprints, so it'll be cool to see how we stack up in 2 long races. So 350 miles a day is quite a bit, so we're super excited and can't wait to get after it. Alright, I know it's been a couple days here since I gave a little update on the shop, but truck looks about the same as where it was. It did a couple small things that we've been doing lately, but the main thing is that right there. We have our LS3 back from Danzio. So Danzio went through it, rebuilt it. Nothing major wrong with it, even though it had a bad motor sample for the oil. But yeah, they went through it, just kind of went through it, rebuilt it, did all the normal stuff they do. There's only so much stuff they can do to it to keep it in spec class. So it's really just replacing what's worn out with GM stuff. And other than that, though, we got the brakes finished on the truck. As you guys can see here, all the hubs and everything are all bolted on, ready to go. Basically, the truck is running, ready to go, minus the motor. So once I get the motor in right now, we should get it all plumbed, ready to go, and it should be ready in 2 or 3 days here. So stuff will start coming together pretty soon here, pretty fast. Alright, so it's another day in the shop here, and we're just plucking away, trying to get this motor in there, ready to go for testing on Sunday this weekend. So we're gonna hopefully get it all put together. I know it kind of looks a little crazy right now, but as you can see, we got the bumper just sitting there ready to go, so it's pretty easy to just bolt that up. It's about 4 bolts, and then just hooking up some lines to the coolers and stuff, and the lights. And then so yeah, so right now we got one of the headers all bolted up, ready to go, and I'm about to put on the power steering pump. So every couple races, even sometimes every race, we get the power steering pump rebuilt at Power Steering Solutions. So that guy's he's a really cool guy. He's fair on his pricing, and there's some good guys in the industry, that they're just willing to help racers like us get our cars back ready to go as quick as possible, so we can get out there to test these stuff and have some fun. So definitely got that back quick enough, and it's gonna go on the truck right now. So that's what I'm gonna do, and my dad's gonna start working on the other side's headers. Well, a couple hours later and a lot dirtier, we got a lot of progress done. As you guys can see here, we've got a lot of the wiring hooked up. Got the power steering on. We connected all the lines for the oil lines for the coolers and all that stuff. We got the headers on over here. Got some wiring done down there. Oil filter all done. So yeah, we got a lot done today. I think we're gonna call it a day and come out tomorrow and just keep plucking away, trying to get this thing ready to go. Planning to test in a few days. We want to do a lot of testing before our next race, just because we're trying a bunch of new stuff and want to experiment with some stuff and make sure we get it down before we go to the next race. It's always good to just not be comfortable with what's been working, and to keep trying new stuff to improve. So that's what we're going to be doing, and we can't wait. I know I said in the previous video that we're racing the Legacy race. I don't think that's going to happen. Just on my schedule and with baseball and stuff, I don't think it's going to be able to work out. But either we'll wait till Vegas to Reno, which is a super fun race that I'm always looking forward to, or we'll find some smaller race in between to maybe hit up and see if we can go catch a win at. So, yep, that's basically it for today. Alright, another day out here. Today's Sunday, so we're planning on going testing today. I know the truck may not look like it's ready to go testing right now, but it is a lot closer than it looks. Basically, all we have to do left is do the air cleaner system, bolt up the interior because we had to take the radio out and stuff, and then just bolting on panels. So just a ton of Zeus fasteners here bolted up, so it's not going to take crazy long, but it is work. So I got to get back to work on this, but I'll just tell you guys the updates of what we got done. Yesterday I finished up the whole bumper, so I got everything on there, got all the zip ties going, got the cooler mounted up in there, and basically just buttoned up the whole front end. Over here we mounted all the pulley systems, so we got the belt on there ready to go. Then again, just zip tying up wires, nice and clean, just like that, just so it makes it real nice in there and easy to work around whenever we have to work on the motor. We got the spark plug wires in there. Kind of just finishing up the whole motor area, the front end. It's pretty much done, so we're gonna try to start it here pretty soon. And so yeah, we just got to put like the coolant in. Got the air cleaner system to put on, and then just kind of making sure everything's running right. It's not a brand new motor, it's a rebuilt motor, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem starting it. And so yeah, we're super excited, and Matthew Phillips is gonna be heading down here from Yuma soon, so we'll go testing probably as soon as he gets here. So hell yeah,
this time.
so Matthew's here, just fucking doing stupid shit as always. No. Alright, so we got the truck pretty much ready to go here, on the wheels, ready to get out to the desert and start the test. So we're gonna.
Hell no.
Oh shit! What's
Shit, goddamn fuck!
What's going on, Dad?
Nothing's all good.
Matthew's over here trying to inflate the tire to 100 pounds, trying to blow
We're
us
gonna go
up.
93 today.
93 pounds. I mean, that should go for a nice little ride. But
We're shooting for a top speed of about 342 miles an hour today.
all right. Well, we're gonna get the truck. We're gonna get the truck ready to go. Basically, just gonna start it up. We gotta set the tow in, and then just button up a couple small things and head out to the desert. So, super excited. Can't wait. So right now, before we leave, we're just gonna make sure that the tow in's all set. Make sure the truck's heading where we want it to go. And we're gonna gas the shocks right now, get that all ready to go, and then probably just run it around the house a couple times. Make sure all the oil levels are good. You gotta get the transmission sort of hot to be able to see where the level is, and make sure that's all good to go. Matthew's over here trying to act busy, probably. I don't know.
No, dude. Just making sure I don't use any more power steering hoses.
So what's the reasoning on keeping a spare hose connected to the steering hose that's there?
Oh, because when your driver inadvertently slams into a rock and jerks the wheel sideways and you blow a hose, got an extra one so we can keep going.
Is that necessary to take a jab?
Oh, it always is.
Well, if you don't, I don't know. You guys already know, but at KOH, that's what happened to us. So.
Yeah, I called it. I mean, I even heard on the radio, big rock coming.
Yeah, you guys think you're real funny, but even though I'm 5'8", 5'9", or whatever, I can't see over the dash very much. But they still trust me to drive it, so that doesn't really make sense. But it is what it is. I'm having fun. So. Well, it's time. The time's come to load it up on the trailer and head out to Placer City. So, as you guys can see, truck's looking really good right now. We're not gonna be running the body panels for this test just because we don't want to damage them and have to go rewrap them after they've already been wrapped. So we're gonna wait till maybe the last test session before Vegas to Reno, and yeah. So truck's looking good. We just got the transmission fluid all done. That's basically the last thing you do every time because you have to get it warmed up. The brakes have already been like bed in just because they're not new brakes right now, so we don't have to bread in the brakes. So other than that, just gonna load it up on the trailer, get going. So you guys can see everything nice and clean, ready to go. Only thing left to do before the next race, unless you have any problems testing, is to figure out the radio system. So we got a new radio we gotta install and get that all tuned and ready for Vegas to Reno. So we're gonna get out there and have some fun. Alright, so we just got out here plaster and I got all suited up and I'm about to go out for our first run. It's just gonna be like a little cruise around lap. The truck got a huge prep on it, so want to make sure that everything is nice and good and no leaks or anything like that. So yeah, I got new steering, new motor, new everything. So we're gonna take it easy, just cruise around there, just get the feel for the track, and then we'll start doing some testing. And today's not really more of like testing new gears or anything like that. Today is our normal setup we normally run at the races. but we're going to be taking lap times on a course that we do, so that when we change the gearing or change the torque converter or anything like that, we can compare it and just kind of see what the difference is. I mean, every race is different, so this is going to help not only just to figure out what we're going to run at Vegas to Reno, but it's going to help us figure out, you know, Laughlin. Okay, you know, the top speed at Laughlin is going to be around 108, 107, you know, like that, maybe, I don't even know, but we can figure out what gear we have, what ratio we have that's going to work best for that. So we already know that Vegas to Reno is a lot of over 100 miles an hour, so we're already leaning towards a setup that we think is going to work better, but we're just going to try it out and see what it works. So it's a little windy out here, so the microphone might be a little scratchy, but we just went out for a little test run right now just to kind of get the truck all working, making sure it's all good to go. We found no leaks, so thanks, Dad. You did a great job on the prep. And yeah, so we have found no leaks, and we're just going to go off right now for another run to get a final time on our little test loop that we made. This test loop is pretty cool. We usually do the S22 loop, but this time we made our own little loop that is kind of combined of a lot of loops, really. But it's super fun. It's got a couple G-outs, so we can test the suspension. It's got a couple fast-paced areas, so it should be good for a good test track.
That shit right there is probably...
Alright, so we just got back from our test run, and we did a full run, full pace, pretty much race speed if I'm being honest, and truck ran amazing. We had one little slight bottom out on the front corner. Just from the test run, we didn't hit the jumps as hard, so this time we hit the jump pretty hard. And I mean, it threw some dirt over the hood, but nothing crazy, nothing we've never felt before, so we're super pumped about that. We did a nice run. Came out like 4 minutes and 9 seconds on our little loop, so we're gonna take the truck back to the shop, check it over, make sure it's all good to go, and then we should be getting our new rear gear and a new torque converter soon. So we'll be back out for more tests and see if we can beat that time. So we're super excited to R&D some stuff, and yeah. So hopefully this will all pay off in the end. We're taking a slight break from racing, not actually driving the truck, but just from racing, just to take a little bit of time and try to improve the team, because when you go racing, you get to try one setup, right? So when you go testing, yeah, it's not the same as a race. Parts usually don't fail as much in testing as they do when you drop the green flag, but this is going to help us a lot with figuring out what works best. So yeah, so we're super excited, and I can't wait to get back out here and see what we can do, and hopefully just improve the race team more and more as we go.
Really?
How would it go, Matthew?
That was badass. I'm glad I came out today. The truck handled super good, super fast.